Everyone, I'm Michael. I'm a massage therapist and Beachbody coach. I wanted to talk to you about week 8 of Tai Cheng. So I started day 1, and this is the day we start combos in this phase 3. And I was very lost. I mean, it completely blew my mind as to what to do with this combo. I thought the moves on their own were pretty intense, like confusing, and when you brought them together it was like, what are you doing? I had terrible time trying to keep up with Dr. Cheng, and it was pretty interesting, but I got through it. It was all right. And day 2, I went through that, and I was kind of dreading it a little bit. I'm like, geez, if day 1 combo is that confusing and intense, I can only imagine what today's going to be like. But I was really surprised to find out that it was simple. I mean, it just felt great, and it was less confusing than the one that I just did. And I actually really liked this combo because you had to do a posture called sheathing the sword, where you basically bring your hand over, like you pretend you're holding a sword, and you sheath it at your hip, which was pretty cool. And I enjoyed that part of the combo. Day 3, I didn't feel right. I felt kind of weak. I started doing the exercise and I gave up. I just felt too tired, and I couldn't get through the workout. So I was like, I'm gonna go take a nap, get my energy back, and then I'm gonna, hit it hard. Well, I took that nap and I didn't wake up until morning. And when I did wake up, I spent the next 24 hours vomiting. I got hit with the stomach flu, and I haven't had that in years. I mean, I was like 8 years old last time I had that. But the kick of it is to think about it. I had gone a little over 2 days without drinking my Shakeology. So all those nutrients and stuff that were keeping my immune system nice and strong weren't there for those couple days, so I was a little bit more susceptible to being hit with that bug. And it kind of reaffirmed my not wanting to miss a day of drinking my dense nutrition there, because obviously my immune system needs it, because I don't ever want to go through that again. But yeah, I was out of commission all the rest of that week. So day 3 I never finished, and 4, 5, and 6 I didn't get to, because well, it's hard to do when you have the flu. Hey, that rhymes. So starting that Monday, I decided to start Shakeology again, because I didn't want to overwhelm my system with all the nutrients. And I was throwing up anything that I put into my body, and I wasn't going to throw up my shake, because I enjoy it, and I don't want to associate that nastiness with drinking that, because generally there's a mindset that if you eat or drink something and then you get sick, you a lot of times don't ever want to touch that again. It just associates in your mind that that made you sick, even though it generally isn't. So I decided to hold off on that. But that Monday, I started a 3-day Shakeology cleanse to kind of get the rest of that bug out of my system, make sure I'm all 100%, and getting the nutrients in my body to rebuild my immune system so that doesn't happen again, and to let it repair a little bit and get some energy to be able to do week 8 over again. So I started day 1 there, and I fatigued really quickly, and I couldn't stretch worth anything. I mean, my hands were so far away from the ground when I did the inverted V hang, and I was palming the floor before that. So it was a little discouraging, but I had to regain my composure and talk myself into realizing that that happens. You can't let yourself break down over something like that. That's gonna happen. You don't give up. You just keep pushing forward, and you'll get back to where you were, and then you'll progress farther past it. So, that sucked, but, I got my mind back wrapped around it, and then I went on to day two, and, well, day one, I did have trouble foam rolling because it was really painful, apparently, all that heaving threw a few ribs out, and I could feel that. I'm used to that. I've had ribs out I don't know how many times, and I've had to have them put back in, so that was pretty intense. But day two, it felt a little bit better. I didn't quite fatigue as quickly, but I was still pretty fatigued. I couldn't go into my stretches very well, and it was still pretty painful doing my foam rolling, except I think it was day two that a couple of those ribs popped as I was foam rolling the rotator cuff, and they kind of reset themselves. The muscles loosened up enough to let those ribs go back into place, which was great because that relieved a lot. But I'm still not 100%. Even finishing up the week, I still think I have a couple out. So it's not fun, but it happens. But day three came out to be pretty fluid, and I had a lot more energy, which was nice. And I was also finishing up the 3-day Shakeology cleanse to help me out, and I think that gave me a lot more energy and helped my body to kind of recover a little bit better and quicker. So, day four restarted basically day one's combo, and that really wasn't complicated this time. Like I did it twice now already because I had to restart, and it was a lot more fluid, but it was like I was more in tune with being able to do it, and it felt more natural rather than completely lost, and it felt pretty good. Day five, was my nice little favorite combo there with sheathing the sword, and I enjoyed that. I actually did a little quick video of that I also posted on Instagram and Facebook for people to see that combo because I liked it, so I wanted to share it with everyone. And day six, finished up with even that third set of combos, and I was so scared at first because of how complicated it was, but it was luckily, it got easier, just like in week 7 when, that first static posture was like, what? And then it got easier throughout the week. It was the same thing with the combos. I had no idea that I was going to be able to do that combo on day 1, but it got easier throughout the week, and by that next time that I was able to do it, it was like nothing. So I'm feeling great. I really am. The trigger points in that foam rolling are a lot better. I flared up from the flu, of course. My central nervous system was just out of whack, so I did flare up, but it's severely lessened, and it's starting to improve. But I'm definitely keeping up with my Shakeology. I haven't missed a day, and I don't plan on it because I don't want that to happen again. I want my immune system at peak performance, so I'm going to keep with it. All right. Well, I'm going to be starting week 8 or week 9, and I hope you guys tune in to see how my progress is then. I'll talk to you soon. Everybody, finishing up the video with another little VALIC update, and as you can see, he's huge. Oh my god, I'm having trouble reaching over. Hi, how you doing? He doesn't like that. But look at how big he's getting. I just love my boy. I always have to have him in my videos. And he's sleepy. Yeah, he's got a big nose. Such a big boy. Look at that. I love him. All right, guys, thanks.